Okay, everybody, here's our next project, 1928 Model A pickup, the first of the Model A's. It has a 4.3 V6 in it that runs. Well, it runs. A bunch of Mickey Mouse stuff was done. About the best way I can put it is it's ridiculous. It has exhaust manifolds on it. It has some motor mounts welded in on angle iron. This side you can see real well that the steering lays right against the mount and right against the stud for the exhaust manifolds. So we got a new set of Sanderson headers for it. I've got a new wiring harness and all. We'll fix all that. Get rid of that EGR intake manifold. We're going to spiffy up this end. Coming around the corner has a transmission cooler. It is obviously all beat up. That's getting changed. I've got one to go underneath the car with its own fan. You can see that this flex fan has seen better days. I'm sure that's not balanced real well. It does have a turbo 350 in it, I believe. It's got a pretty cool color. It's like a dark plum metallic. I don't know how well you can see that, but we're gonna give it a bath here in a few minutes. Got a set of racing seats in it that don't fit the truck. Those of you that know, I'm a little over 6 foot and my knees are in my chest. So we've got to jack up the bottoms of the seats. We're going to put in a more factory looking bench with a real shallow back. It does have some decent wood done in the back. She's not a bad old truck. The neat thing about it is all the steel is good. It's not full of Bondo. It doesn't have any rust. But some of the things we do want to address. If you look at this door panel, well, the door, you can see it's made out of 1/4 inch plywood and the grain goes up and down. And then we look over to this one, same plywood, grain goes side to side. So I am adding AC to it. We are eliminating the fuel tank, which was literally the top of the cowl. And we're putting a spun aluminum one in the back. It's got some nice wheels. Got a 9-inch in the back. We have to do something with the rear suspension. The monoleaf is so sagged that it is laying on 2x4s to hold the rear end up. Well, the body up, frame up off the rear end. So we're going to go with some coilovers in the back. We're going to put shocks in the front. We're going to jack up the back just a little. I don't know how well you can see the profile. The back does need to go up just a little bit. But she's a cute little truck. Stand by, we'll have a bunch of videos on it and you'll get to see the progress and what we do. So that's the one for the day. I'll give it a bath and get back with you in a minute and you can see what it looks like with a little bit of dirt removed. Okay, it's hot, guys. It is really hot. I don't know that I can get a good picture of that color, but it's really pretty. It's like a plum, I don't know, plum metallic maybe? But anyway, here she is with a little less dust. I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, the paint's a 6. It's all there. There's a few scratches, but nothing major. But the guy that put it on wasn't really a painter. I'm going to do my best to block it out a little bit and see if I can get, you can't see the texture in it, but it's smooth, but I'm going to try and get a little more of it out and get it buffed up, see if I can't make it shine. Got a lot of overspray and fiddly stuff where it might have been in the garage with something else, but we'll see what we can do with her. But she does clean up pretty decent. It does have its battle scars, probably from being packed in her truck when they moved across the country. A little better view inside now that I'm back out on it. It really is those potential. You can see the shifter. Notice the 90-degree piece of all thread put in there and the lever way over. It's hobnobbed, cobbed together, so we'll make that a little different. The column is going away. I have a brand new tilt column for it in chrome. I'm going to revamp that whole system because it's angled totally wrong. And when I say totally wrong, it comes out at a steep angle, and then it goes just about flat, but as you can see, it interferes there. It interferes down there. There's actually a piece of 1/2-inch extension, like socket wrench extension, used for part of the column. So we're going to make it drop down a little farther. We're going to remove that exhaust, put a header on that drops out the back. I'm going to change the motor mounts to a totally different mount. Hopefully we can make her steer a little better. It does have rack and pinion on it. It's got a lot of good. We just need to do a little bit of changing things around. So there you have it for today. We're still going to be playing with that old girl. Now that it runs and drives, now it's time to start on the little things. I got to do something with seats, as I've already stated. I have to fix this outer door handle somehow. It starts to pull, but it doesn't pull enough to open the door. So I'm going to have to take that out, which is a bear because the doors have been sawed together and welded, and it's hard to get at. But we'll figure that out. I've got to do, as I said, something with the seats. I got to fix this window. I've got to fix this door. I have to make this front end so I can tilt it by myself. I bought the box tubing, so I'm going to make the whole thing. Let me back up a little bit without killing myself. I'm going to make the whole nose slide forward far enough to get that fender to clear the cowl up here, and then the whole thing is going to tilt, so it'll go straight out and then up, kind of like most people do. But I did it different because I really wanted to stave the bumper, and now that I've figured out a way to do that, I'm going to make that modification, and just a bunch of other lipsticky and rouge things that will make it just a nicer driver. It is hopefully going to become very dependable. It should start right up and run, and we'll be driving it more often. So stay tuned. Then we're going to figure out what we're going to do with the body. I may just go back with a really neat green metallic. I'm not a real fan of green, but this color on this car, it's kind of got a little more blue in it than a standard green, I think. So if I can come up with a color that's a little bit more blue, it won't look bad on the car. And I'll do the best I can to get the body straight. It's not going to be perfect. This will never be ready for black paint, but we'll spiff her up. I do have the stuff to do the roof. I have to clean everything off of that, refill at the front, and then just go ahead and paint that white again. So that's the plan at this point. We'll still be working on neighbor's complaint. Don't forget to like and subscribe. A lot more neat new stuff coming. In the meantime, have a great day. Stay cool if you're hot. Stay hot if you're cool.